and welcome everybody to the Heroes Era. Here we are in session 5, and we are getting close to war. Maybe we can introduce the players and do a brief recap. And can we start with Silverado, please? Silverado!
I'm in a call right now.
Did you get my call?
I'm in a call right now, my friend.
Vincent. We'll start with Vincent.
Okay.
Silverado has a business call to
I have a
tend
business
to.
call.
There's some hobbits. Anyways, Vincent, please.
Yes, I am Chris. I'm playing Vincent, the fallen Azamar or Asamar or whatever Zamar warlock.
Very nice. And Xander?
I am Jason. I'll be playing Xander. He's a half-elf bard. Gosh, I'm lost for words. I don't know what to say. Gosh, I'm sorry.
That's enough.
Okay.
Very good. Last time, we had some pretty kind of tricky negotiations happening. We had a trip to the Feywild to receive some magical components in order to save Old Man Hockins' son, Kevin. And Silverado made that trip on behalf of Old Man Hockins and Mrs. Hockins, and he received some beeswax from a giant beehive. And
It was terrifying.
yes, I'm on your way out. You encountered a satyr who attempted to engage with you, but you were quite intent on delivering the honey back to Old Man Hockins to rescue your friend Kevin. Vincent and Xander, you had negotiations with the hobgoblin warband leaders.
Yep.
And you met with Condrazul. Do you guys want to brief me on your recollection of that meeting?
Well,
Sure. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Vincent.
we went to meet with who we thought was going to be Arders, who the letter was addressed from. It turned out that it was actually Condrazul who wanted to speak with us because he basically felt like Arders was just screwing everything up and wanted to make new arrangements with us, which basically meant help him. He would help us to kill Arders, and in exchange, he would negotiate with us from that point on with regards to providing food and things of that nature, and saying that he could give us more realistic demands and things like that. We never really got into the thick of what he would want. He's basically just kind of power hungry, and is the way Vincent interpreted it anyway, is that he's basically just power hungry and sees an opportunity to advance his station one notch and is going to take it with our help.
Who does Vincent think the superior leader between the two is? Arders or Condrazul?
Vincent thinks that Arders outranks Condrazul, at least. Vincent also is pretty sure that Arders is an idiot, and is, well, not an idiot, but he's too proud, and that Condrazul, he thinks that they could have a easier time dealing with Condrazul, but doesn't really, obviously, of course, doesn't really fully trust either one of them. But Vincent also knows that at the end of the day, they are trying to, they're trying to get food. So, I don't know. Vincent is very confused by the whole situation, really.
No, yeah, that's interesting, though. I think that's a very reasonable take on their relationship or their rankings.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Xander, do you have anything to add regarding that?
During our I keep getting the names mixed up. We met with Ardairs and Condrazul is the one that we're going to battle, or is it the other way around?
Other way around.
Sorry, we thought we were meeting Ardairs, but we actually met Condrazul, and Condrazul is kind of helping stage a coup, right? Where we're gonna. He gave us some information. They're supposed to. I wrote it down here. They're going to attack it from the northwest corner, I believe it was, of the town.
Yes.
There'll be like a half a dozen wargs, a dozen wolves, about 40 goblins, and he's gonna. Right. So we're gonna kind of set up to be prepared for their battle. And he said basically that he needs us to kill Ardairs for him because he can't really.
Yeah. He couldn't directly. That. Yeah, he can't directly do it, but. He said basically he would make sure that Ardairs would be sort of separated and on his own so that we could take him down by himself without having to worry about, his backup.
That's right. Yes.
Okay.
So we basically got back to town. We're kind of updating Silverado, and then our buddy, gosh, I wrote his name down too.
Kevin.
No, the other guy.
Fausto?
No, the other guy.
Hockins?
Machned started to crawl out of bed and wanted to attack Old Man Hockins. But we cut him down.
Yeah, that guy almost killed me.
The assassin that kind of had our number the first night or 2 nights ago, I guess.
Indeed.
2 sessions ago.
Yes, you have slain the assassin Machned. At the end of last session, when Silverado delivered the honey from the Feywild, Mrs. Hockins completed her spell that withdrew these spiders from Kevin, and then the spiders attacked Silverado, and you all kind of fought off those spiders. That's when Machned made his move, trying to assassinate his target. You guys drove him off, and Vincent actually was the one who was stricken by some poison darts from the assassin, knocked unconscious, poisoned, and then revived by Mrs. Hockins. After you guys slay him, you discovered a scroll case, 3 poison darts, 24 bone darts, and a scroll case. In the scroll case, there's a scroll that says, in Goblin, kill the cleric, evaluate Condrazul and Ardairs, and then there are 2 slashes and it says, decide who leads. And this was on the assassin, Machned, who you guys defeated outside of the farmhouse.
Cool.
So the scroll case was telling him to kill a cleric, decide whose leads from those 2, and something else.
Yes, kill the cleric, evaluate Condrazul and Ardairs, decide who leads.
Okay.
You also find a potion of healing on him.
Ooh.
Who do you guys want to hold that?
I think probably Silverado should take that.
Yeah, totally agree.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in the thick of it.
Yeah, you're our front line guy right now. So here you go, tank.
Woo!
And there are 3 poison darts. I think Silverado had snagged those.
That's right.
Took those, yeah.
Is there
he can take
cool with
those
him
too.
having those? That's cool.
And you
Absolutely.
said a dozen bone darts. What are bone darts? They sound like fun.
They're just darts made out of bones.
Indeed,
Okay.
they are.
All right.
You can throw them. You won't have proficiency. Or you could perhaps find like a reed that you could blow them out of or something.
Well, I can throw darts. I have like 20 on me. So it's just adding to my collection.
That's cool.
Okay. Getting some stuff.
Nice.
And do you
Hey,
guys
Phil-
recall the payment that you received from Old Man Hawkins in last game? Old Man Hawkins,
said-
the proprietor of the farm?
Yeah, you said like 2 pounds of gold, which you said was like 200
Yes.
from what I remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then how do you guys feel about the terms or what your agreement is with Old Man Hockins? How do you guys view that relationship?
Well, he's a powerful dude, so I feel like helping him out would be a good move if we ever need his help later. Because he has a portal to the Feywild, which is a pretty good access point if we ever need to go there. So, I mean, 200 gold is pretty okay with me.
Yeah.
Vincent is cautiously on board. Still pretty well convinced that there's more going on at this farm than what we know about, and that there's something else happening. And the fact that he has a ready portal to the Feywild only enhances that suspicion.
Yeah.
But so far he's looked out for us mainly because we've saved his ass a couple of times. So this is with everything else going on in the world and what's happening, this is my best place for survivability at the moment. So I'm gonna run with it.
I mean, I feel like we've been needed to help, but I feel like the time for us to move on is coming. I feel like we've done our part, and it's almost time for us to
Head on out.
Yeah. I don't want to say we've outstayed our welcome, but I feel like we've done what we can do.
Indeed.
And if we can help kind of fight off this threat coming in, maybe that'll be a good time for us to.
Yeah,
Carry
afterwards we just take our leave and head somewhere.
I don't want to say they're taking advantage of us. I think it's just like a relationship of convenience right now.
Yeah, it's pretty convenient for them.
Yeah. Did Silverado, didn't they give you something when you went into the Feywild? I feel like he gave you something. You mentioned something.
He gave me a ring, but it had magic on it, but it was very weak. I only have a charge in it that I could use for animal friendship, speak with animals, or fear. And I don't know anything else about the ring other than that.
I'm gonna step away for 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. Okay.
Yeah,
No problem.
Yeah, I don't know if I can recharge the ring or if there's anything I can do to make it better or stronger. I just know that I have a charge that I haven't used yet.
I feel like fear will be handy in this fight coming up.
Yeah, I would have to look at the spell itself to see how effective it could be. It might just be one person. I don't know if can get multiple people. I'd have to look into that. But I do have it on.
Okay.
So I'm the most geared at the moment with the potion, the poison darts, the bone darts, and I guess my speed. God, I really am the tank. This is not.
You're just a badass.
If I'm the tank, this isn't good. I don't have that much health, guys.
Well, on that note, there are some things that happen over the course of the night. And so you guys have returned. You have just dispatched the assassin. It is nighttime. Vincent, you had mentioned that you wanted to go rest.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, I did just get the snot kicked out of me.
Absolutely.
So,
Sure.
I would like to maybe take a little bit of a break. I don't think I'd be much use otherwise.
Well, the fountain that this community is built around is very refreshing and might be a nice place to collect yourself, even if before retiring for the evening.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, I would remember sort of noticing that, so I'd probably make my way over to the fountain, maybe grab splash a little water in my face, take a drink.
Right on.
Okay.
I'll probably do the same. Yeah. Maybe as we're doing that, maybe we can try and kind of lay out some battle plans or some, if we have any sort of tactics that we can work on.
Yes.
It's a group fountain party.
They were already setting up some some level of a defense plan, right? Because we were thinking that they could be attacked while we were away meeting with the hobgoblins.
Yes.
Right, because
When we were chatting with Condrazul, they were kind of already getting prepared.
Do you guys see the Roll20 map?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So that would be the mill house that
Yep.
Condrazul was speaking of. As you all are beginning your discussion, a snake comes with the scroll case. It's flying.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot that snakes carry messages.
They do indeed. And Vincent, it lands next to you. It seems to be looking for you, and it presents a scroll case to you. It kind of hisses at you slightly, though, accepting if you wish to grab the scroll from the scroll case. It would allow it.
I will cautiously and carefully take the scroll case from the snake.
Okay. Do you wish to see what is inside?
Yeah, you know what? Let's put this invocation to use. Can I detect magic on it first?
Please. Yes.
Yeah. Whoosh.
It doesn't seem to be magical.
Okay. I'll pop it open, see what's in there. Oh, well, this looks interesting.
You find this, a roughly drawn map. The farm is depicted, a camp in the northwest, some symbols, a hillside that you see in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
You see a depiction of the mill. You see what is the fountain. Those would probably be some things that you would obviously take note of. You can feel free to, discuss the map.
Hey guys, take a look at this. Looks like
We got
like
battle plans.
Condrazul sent us something on his stationery. I think that's what that big K is. From the desk of Condrazul.
Yes, the back of the scroll is smeared with blood in the shape of a K.
Yeah, that's him, all right.
So guys, what do you figure this is? Is this supposed to be the assassin?
I don't know, because he said anyway that he didn't really know anything about the assassin.
Right.
The assassin was coming straight from Kai Tank. So,
which we just learned that makes sense because obviously he had some orders to figure out who should be the leader, right?
Right.
So yeah, that makes sense now. For that other note.
So what is this building right here?
That's the mill.
That's the mill. All right, that's the fountain, I presume.
Yes.
This whole area looks like the farm.
Okay,
Yes,
so we got.
It seems to have a similar layout to the farm.
So we got two.
There's going to be like 3 groups, right? They're going to split up.
Yeah, we got the people on foot, the foot soldiers, and we got archers. They're gonna stand right there next to the mill. Probably take out whoever's in there, and beast riders.
Yeah.
Who are going around the side and flanking. But it seems that that shouldn't happen in the first place because of the wargs are going to be gone, right? But the wolves are probably not.
Yeah, well, he said he was going to keep his wargs away, but if there's warg riders, I don't really know how well he can keep them.
Okay.
I mean, he could maybe slow them down, but
and also don't forget that our Condrazul gave us whistles that hopefully he mentioned should alert the wargs not to bother us, right?
I don't have one of those. I'm empty on whistles at the moment.
Well, I think we should. I kind of wonder if we should give those whistles, like maybe give one to what's his name, Fausto. Because maybe we should have someone stationed like down in this area, where the riders are coming from, to sort of stop or slow that assault. And then where do you figure Ardairs is going to be? That's the question.
Ardairs is like a proud man, right? He seems like he would. I think he would go on foot with the rest of his people.
If you recall, Ardairs is the leader who commands mostly goblin forces. Condrazul considers himself a beast master, and he, commands the beasts. I know it's been a week since your conversation with him, just filling in, basic things.
Are these maybe these little diamond marks here are like this is supposed to be Condrazul, or I mean Ardairs rather, and then this one over here along with the path of the Ward Riders would be Condrazul?
I suppose so.
Yeah,
they're not,
that makes a good sense.
Yeah, I don't know what else it would be. I mean, they could be like rally points, but why would there be a rally point right outside the mill?
Thinking back, when we met with Ardairs or went with Condrazul, did he have a bow or a crossbow or anything like that that would kind of help us, or did he have a quiver or a bolt case attached to him that would maybe let us to believe that he's like a part of the archery band?
Condrazul is equipped with 2 short swords.
What about Ardairs?
Ardairs is equipped with a great sword.
Okay.
He's definitely ground troop. So
I've added this battle map to your journals. Can you guys confirm that?
Yes.
And then I'm going to go back to the picture of the farm.
I can
Yeah, got it.
open it.
Oh, nice.
Right
Yep.
on. And so...
Thanks, Roll20.
That's awesome. Cool.
Indeed.
So, guys, I'm wondering, judging by that, we should set up some traps or something, obviously. I'm thinking something right around here. Something right around here. And what I was
choke points.
Yeah, the choke points. And what I was wondering is if we could get some, I don't know how they're going to feel about this, but if we could set something up where we basically collapse the buildings on this spot.
And they have been digging ditches for you between buildings, as you guys
that's right.
requested. And
That's right. Oh, okay.
Silverado has been constructing bombs.
Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry, continue.
That's good too. Yeah, that's right. That's right. That makes sense.
So there's gonna be. Hold on, I gotta resize my map real quick. So we have those 2 yellow points, which is where we're gonna traps, and there's trenches between buildings, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, according to the map, they're gonna have guys come in from here, or they're gonna have another group coming from here, and then they're gonna have another group going around this building. So we make sure we have a trap right there, so that we can force them into. They're also gonna have a group of people like right here-ish shooting at the mill, I presume, because it's where the archers are stopping. Then you have the beast riders who are I can't click behind there, who are coming they're coming all the way around this side, which is and a little point like right here or something.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's not quite pictured on this layout. It's the fountain would be just slightly south of this, just out of picture, and the route you're referring to would kind of hook around all the buildings and then come in below the farmhouse. So it'd be along the entire outside of the right.
Well, I think maybe what we should do is, if he's still available, maybe we should talk with Fausto, because we had him kind of heading up these arrangements. Could share the map and everything with him, and get his input and find out where we're at with everything.
We should also talk to Hockins as well, because he seems to like strategy, so I feel like he would have some good input.
Because we got to remember, our place in this battle is with Ardairs.
That's right.
We have to take him out, so we're gonna face the brunt.
Like, regardless of how we feel about Condrazul and what we're gonna do about that afterwards, which I'm honestly still not sure about. Either way, we have to take this opportunity to take down Ardairs, and then and then we can go from there. So I think we definitely need to include Fausto and Old Man Hockins and with this conversation, so that they can know what they're going to be up against.
It seems like besides the mill, their main target, the Beast Riders, and the one section of the troops is going to be the fountain.
Yeah.
They're going to try to deface it or destroy it in some way. So, I mean, hopefully they don't even get there, but there's the Beast Riders who are hooking all the way around.
As you guys are discussing strategy, the dwarves from earlier return in the night.
What?
My boys are back.
Thragnown has been injured, so they cannot make the trip to Dunlop's Tavern.
Right, because I was gonna say that we Condra Azul told us that they
Took them out.
robbed them, right? Took them out, yeah. We thought they were dead.
He did say that they acquired their grain.
Yeah.
When they return, Humnalda explains, those bastards left us high and dry. We had to surrender our shipment. We should have stayed and fought by you. We have brought shame upon us.
It's okay, my friend. We're making plans right now.
We can give you a chance to redeem yourself.
Absolutely.
Do any of you still have the strength to fight?
Humnalda is Thragnown's wife. She is a strong fighter. The brothers Boruli and Brukoth are tough, as is Dethida, and they have a wizard with them named Strodrake.
I'm gonna have you repeat those names real quick in a second.
Thragnown, Baruli, Bruzoth, and Strodrake.
Thragnown.
He's the one that's injured, right?
Yeah.
Thragnown is injured.
They had a wizard named
Strodrake.
Drake.
I will write these above. If you see at the bottom, sorry, I had these written and they have disappeared since.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, let me go back.
Okay. Well, I think we should. I think Strodrake should maybe be up in the windmill.
Yep.
Because that's the best vantage point for where they're coming in, and
Yeah.
they
And
can just.
the archers are going to be looking to probably take them, like, just going by the map. It looks like the archers are going to be in a good line of sight from the top of the tower. Thragnown, I wonder if he should stay back and guard at the what am I trying to say? The fountain.
Yes, Thragnown is injured. So the ones capable of fighting are listed there at the bottom of the map.
Okay, I see it.
Okay.
And you guys will remember earlier there was a small Kenku who had a good heart who was part of some battles named Pesky.
Yes, Pesky.
And Craigley, they are still around.
Oh, great.
Okay, awesome.
One moment, get a couple more names here.
And this must be Fausto. And there's Kevin.
Quick question: while we've been sitting around, because since it seems to be so important, while we've been sitting around chatting and drinking from this fountain, have we noticed anything? Felt anything? Are we all dead?
And we haven't quite figured out the healing properties of the fountain.
What are your hit points currently?
I'm full.
I have 1 hit point.
Oh my goodness.
You really need this water.
What are your max hit points?
15.
We all have max 15. That's hilarious.
And I'm the tank. somehow.
Yes, you feel very well rested. It'd be like taking a short rest as you drink from this fountain and wash yourself and cleanse yourself.
Okay.
You can roll your hit dice.
Yeah. Wait, so this water is basically equivalent of a short rest?
Mrs. Hockins will be with you guys as well. As you remember, she's the one who brought you back, and as she is...
That's a gold mine for a warlock.
She is here with
you're
you.
kidding, eh?
Man, you might just want to sit in that fountain.
Seriously. I'm going to be hexing everybody. No.
And yeah, you feel quite refreshed.
I'd like to fill, I've got a water skin. I'd dump out what I have.
Same here.
And fill it from the fountain.
Okay. The magic might be in the fountain, but I'm sure that the water will carry over some kind of properties.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll freshen up my skin too.
I will as well. I'll chug whatever I have in mine and then fill it up. It
And-
might be wine. It might be water.
Kevin comes from the farmhouse. He seems to be arguing with Mrs. Hawkins, and he is quite intent on helping.
I mean, I want Kevin to help, but
He's ready to go.
he got took out in a round. But also, fair point, that was an assassin.
Kevin says, I'm not going to sit on the sideline while other people are fighting for my farm.
Okay.
Well, Kevin,
All right.
Listen, maybe after a good night's rest, he feels all right to fight. So, you know.
He agrees to take it easy until then, but he is quite adamant on being a part of this.
I mean, truth be told, anyone that can stand upright right now is going to need to fight tomorrow. That's just all there is to it.
Indeed.
Pretty much.
he is correct.
So I thought that essentially, you guys have done a lot for this farm and people have a lot of respect for you here. So I feel that you would be in charge of this alongside of Old Man Hawkins. Obviously, if you wanted his guidance or whatnot, he'd be happy to provide it. But,
Right.
you have some tools down here at the bottom. These are like your most battle-hardened people who would, be capable of fighting on your behalf.
All right.
Well, we got a loose plan.
And you
We've
guys
got
can feel
traps
free to
set.
mark the battle map again. I just thought it was getting out of hand. You guys can put the markings back on if you need to
Yeah,
make
no, that's
plans
fine.
and stuff. It's all good.
Okay. So we're gonna put our wizard friend up in the windmill.
Yes.
I think maybe if we could put maybe Pesky either up there in that area as well. Maybe he can sneak attack some launch some crossbow bolts from up there.
Good idea.
Or somewhere out of the way where they can easily hide and do some damage.
And Old Man Hawkins says, yes, and Pesky can deliver a message verbatim. And Pesky is quite quick, so he might be a good messenger as well.
Okay, so maybe don't put Pesky up in the rafters there, but just hidden, somewhere in this area.
Like Millhouse area? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where they can pick some people off and whatnot, and then we can run messages if need be.
Good idea. Can we
Kev-
set up? Sorry.
No, I was just going to ask Kevin what his area of expertise is. Are you Kevin? Are you more of a magic guy? Are you a board and sword kind of fella? What's your jam?
Kevin trains with the sword. He's hoping to use Old Man Hawkins' sword, but Old Man Hawkins hasn't quite come to terms with, having Kevin fight, essentially. Although Kevin appears to be pretty capable.
Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, that's
So-
a bit right. And Archer's, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was wondering if we could set up maybe tables on their sides, kind of like something like this on the opposite of the traps. Because I was thinking we might
Like
you know,
some barricades of sorts.
Yeah, get some partial cover. We could be shooting. I don't know if we're gonna get charged, spraying the traps. I don't know, kind of like baiting. And it also just makes movement difficult for goblins and wolves probably.
Where do we want to put the bombs? We could have a system. We could rig up something to where they would explode if they hit like a tripwire or something like that.
I think maybe the bombs, because we're already working on traps in the top in the north area. Maybe the bombs and such we should be setting up for the ones that are coming in from the south.
That's a good idea.
To try to pick off some of those numbers, because they're going to come charging in thinking that they're getting the jump on us. You know, so they're going to probably be coming in. I mean, we're talking about goblins here. They're not exactly the most subtle, especially when they think they have the advantage. So if they come charging in, we can maybe set it up to eliminate them quickly. You know what I mean? Or at least reduce their numbers, and then we can have more of a melee presence in the south area to take whatever survives through the bombing.
Right on.
And then we can nuke. You know, we have the wizard, and maybe even put the archers up north to pick off and nuke the ones coming from the north.
Yeah. How many would you say we have? I know it's not in their plan, but I'd love to have something right around this area. Just it's another choke point. I don't know if it works into our plans. And I know his plan says that they're not, but you never know what.
Yeah. Well,
one of the dwarves, Deathida, appears very interested in your bomb making, Silverado. Woo! And as you guys are like discussing where to place them, were you discussing putting them down like near this area where it's written on the map?
Just generally south, because we don't have the whole map right now. Because as it is, right around here is on the map that we can focus, and the fountain is just right down there.
Oh, good point. Right on. Good point.
And we can't see, so
that's perfect, Silverado. Actually, yeah, you're right on.
Okay.
So I just put that as a general area.
So place them basically in line with what the map, what the battle plan shows.
Like the route of those attacks, essentially.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Obviously, Mrs. Hockins would be quite concerned for her fountain and want you to keep the bombs, a fair distance from the fountain.
For sure.
But Deathida is quite skilled, and she helps you rig up a couple of triggers, although it's kind of labor intensive. And basically, she shows you where to tie like little pieces of flint or whatnot, and she creates a little sparking mechanism that can be tugged on from afar.
I take it all in. I memorize
a couple of these. You'll be able to rig up. You won't be able to do it with all of them, but she is able to help you with that a little bit. And then Xander, I'm sorry, what's up?
Just a quick question. Around
Sure.
What time is it at this point? Are we getting pretty late in the evening?
I'd say this is happening over the course of like a half hour, 45 minutes. Remember, it's already dark because you guys had your your meal, and then I think it was about a half hour, 45 minutes to get back. So probably looking at getting near we're working off of 12-hour days of daylight, 12 hours of night at this point in the year. So I think it's probably 10 o'clock.
Okay.
9:30.
And I kind of thought of it that Vincent, you and I had already kind of knowing what was going to happen. I started to flesh out. Okay, what can we do? How can we handle this as we were working our way back?
Yeah,
Sure.
definitely.
And
My main thing, I just want to make sure that we have enough time. I don't want us going into this fight exhausted.
Yeah, I'm not going to
I'm
try
with
to
you,
railroad you guys in that respect. I think that you'll be able to, get enough rest probably to feel pretty refreshed for the battle, as long as you guys, aren't up all night changing plans and things like that. So.
Yeah, no, I can't think of.
No, I think this is a pretty good setup. What we've got.
Sure. So we have Fausto, Arturo, and Enzo as kind of like three dudes who would probably work together. Do you guys have a position that you would like want to place them or instruct them to be in?
They're archers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they could set up behind one of these barricades here.
Yeah. Maybe even put one of them like on the roof right here. One of the archers.
One of the
So-
archers, I think, should be like right there, because then they have a good view on the fountain in case anything gets too close, or they could shoot people.
Yeah. Maybe one there and one here, right, kind of right in the middle of everything, so they can kind of pick off
Fausto's house.
from both sides. Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, Fausto's also an archer.
Fausto just has a chair on his roof
Yeah.
with like a beer right
Yeah,
next to him. He's like
exactly.
sipping it.
A golf club.
He's ready.
So maybe Fausto will be on his own roof. Where would you put Arturo, his second man there?
Maybe here.
Sure. That's a
I
good
mean,
idea.
I'm just.
Yeah, I like that, Vincent.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I feel like we should have something set up right here, because as it stands, it's just, unless we have a trap and barricade there.
I was thinking maybe that might be a good place for the dwarves. I don't know what you guys think.
Dwarves hold it down.
Pardon me. Sorry, guys.
Well, except for the wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wizard's up
Wizard up
in his
here.
perch. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I like how this is playing out, guys. I was like, how are we going to handle this? This is how we're going to handle this.
Mrs. Hopkins seems to have some healing capabilities, and so does Craigley. So they should be up front where people are going to be taking the most damage.
Where would you like
Yeah, but
Craigley? What you want
Yeah,
him
but
like kind of backing somebody, or Craigley's also battle hardened?
On the contrary, I almost wonder if Mrs. Hawkins needs to be central to be able to get to whoever needs the healing. And she can probably heal like I can from her range. She's probably even
Maybe
better at it than I am.
have Pesky as a runner for Miss Hopkins, so she can know where to go, and then have Craigley on the front line somewhere, just constantly.
Can I propose something to you guys?
Yeah.
Who do you think
Sure.
that the note was about? The note from.
From the assassin. He wanted to take out
Kill
one
the
of
cleric. You talking about the kill the cleric thing? I think he might have been talking about Miss Hawkins.
I think I do too.
Yeah, because he was also sent to kill Hopkins. So
Hawkins.
Hopkins.
Hopkins.
So I think Miss Hopkins is definitely a target. Wait,
I
no.
would-
Well,
I
Because-
would almost want her somewhere like in around here personally. I don't.
Because the assassin had orders to kill a Hopkins, and he also had. Did he also have the orders to kill the cleric too? Did he have both of those?
Yeah,
Or-
what did that note say again?
Where did we get the note about killing the cleric?
It was on
It was on the assassin.
Okay.
And then Condrazol, in his conversation with you, didn't want to say outright what he was trying to tell you, but he had mentioned that a Hockins was, was the target of the assassination, and then he explains that it wasn't Kevin.
Right.
And I
he
think that
wanted to
assumptions
get-
might have been made as to who it was, but I mean,
Yeah,
that's
I
who
think
he-
I think we assumed it was Mr. Hopkins,
Yeah.
the old guy, but I think
I
it was the
assumed
wife.
I assumed it was his wife the entire time.
Oh, nice. Okay, I was always thinking it was him.
Does Old Man Hopkins have any combat or defensive capabilities?
Sorry, guys. Give me one more second. I'll be right back.
Because
No
he can
worries.
do a ritual to open up the Feywilds. That he
Right.
has magic ability.
He does. He would have a hard time in hand-to-hand combat because of his vision, but he's happy to offer whatever aid he can. His knowledge of magic is somewhat limited.
And obviously, you need sight to be able to cast spells onto something.
Which he doesn't have.
Yeah.
Mrs. Hawkins seems to be a powerful cleric, but her energy is quite exhausted from the two extremely powerful spells that she was casting on Kevin, essentially.
Right.
The ritual and spell. So
Hopkins.
I'd be inclined to put Mrs. Hopkins around here somewhere, so she can get inside of the cover, out of harm's way if she needed to.
the Hockins, Old Man and Mrs. Hockins, begin moving the weakest of the people who are being sheltered here into the mines below the farmhouse.
Oh,
That's good. We don't have to worry about crossfire.
There's not room for everybody, but they're able to take many of the children down there.
right on.
There are still, sick, wounded, weary in all of the stables and the farmhouse alike, but they are able to take most of the young below the farmhouse into the mines.
I feel like we should have Miss Hopkins somewhere. Man, she needs to stay alive. Obviously, she can't die, or else it's game over. Because there goes like one of the most powerful healers we have available.
Yeah.
Old Man Hopkins is limited by his sight, but he can still do some stuff, I imagine. So I feel like those two should be with the citizens, with the people who can't fight. Old Man Hopkins to fight, Miss Hopkins to heal, or we could have Miss Hopkins healing us or people who are fighting.
And again, Mrs. Hawkins' magical reserves are quite depleted because of the spell that she cast on Kevin. So for healing, you'll probably be looking more to Craigley, who is not exhausted.
Craigley's front lines, I believe. I think.
I kind of feel like. I'm sorry. I kind of feel like Craigley should be almost like sort of running the assault from the south.
To fight off the.
Yeah, because we've got a lot stacked up top here.
You're right.
I think Craigley would be a good fit. Like maybe Craigley and Kevin, at
holding the bottom.
Yeah, and then between them, the bombings and the archers, hopefully they can basically like defend the fountain. Basically, should be their assignment.
Right on. Do we want to give Craigley one of the whistles? Because our intelligence tells us that the beasts are going around that way.
Yeah, I think we should give Craigley one of the whistles.
Okay.
Craigley gets a whistle.
And we'll explain to him that Condensed gave us one of these whistles and mentioned that they're used to control the wargs, and assuming that they're well fed, the whistles might tell the wargs to stand down.
Yeah, we should keep a whistle with us.
I agree. Yeah. Do you want to keep one, and I'll give Craigley mine?
Yeah, that's fine. I can hold on to it.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't think
cool.
I'm gonna be running into any wargs. So I think I don't need one.
Okay.
It's gonna be a slugfest.
Yeah.
Where do you guys plan on fighting as well?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Where do you plan on fighting from?
Well, we need to be wherever Ardairs is. That's
Yes,
the whole thing.
That's kind of what I'm thinking too. We need to almost be around this area to be able to see where the fight is coming from and then adjust. Would you think?
I would almost say even maybe us like around in this area, sort of hiding off to the side, watch it come in,
We're there.
see where Ardairs goes, and then like flank him.
On the battle map, there's
those
two triangles things, right? Do we believe that those are the locations of Congrazul and Ardairs?
Yeah, do we believe that Condenzed is the guy coming around back? He's leading the band.
I believe he would be there. Yeah.
I was speculating on that. That's what my assumption was, but I genuinely don't know.
Then the archers
Kind of
are
a
going
vague
to be
map.
sticking with Ardairs because Ardairs is the other pyramid. So where I have the enemy archers here question mark thing, I think that's where Ardairs would be, near the mill.
I kind of have a feeling that if we take to cut the head off the snake, I think if we were to take down Ardairs, maybe the morale of the goblins is going to deplete quickly.
I need to look up a spell real quick.
I was thinking that wherever our dares is, I was going to try and drop a couple of sleep spells to knock down his entourage, and then hopefully maybe Vincent can be lighten him up, so to speak.
I mean, that's my plan.
Okay, that's kind of where I was thinking. If I can put some of them to sleep, and we can ignore the ones that are sleeping and focus on our dares, maybe we might be able to. This fight might be over quickly.
I just looked up the fear spell, and it's I don't know how to put it in the bar or in the chat, but it basically is it's up to 30 feet around a person, and when they hit the spell, every person within 30 feet of them, that I believe each creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it is holding, and be frightened for the duration, which is a minute, and they must take a dash action to get away from you.
Okay, 'cause I think it's a cone, so I think it's like from you in a.
No, it's a radius, so I can literally run up to the middle of them and hit it and see how many run. And I got high wisdom too.
Because what I'm seeing says a 30-foot cone, 30 range self, 30-foot cone.
The range is a 30-foot radius, and it will function as a cone. The creatures within the cone.
So I'll just focus on the goblins, I guess, and see how many we have that will run, which will help thin the herd a bit.
Sure.
Well, I think you guys have made some strong preparations so far.
Do we want to just set up here and kind of hide behind the windmill? Use the windmill as cover to kind of get a good glimpse on where everybody is.
What is this part right here? That's blue.
I wanted to delete that. How do I delete that?
I'm not sure how without clearing them all, to be honest.
Oh shoot! Just ignore it.
Yeah, no worries.
Can we ignore it?
Yeah, ignore it.
That's the marking for where we were going. I think. That's all.
Strodrake approaches you, and it's getting near midnight. 11, 12. And sorry, let me see here.
This is gonna be awesome, guys.
The goblins. I see them in the small grove. They've been watching us for some time. What should we do?
I think one person should be up to alert the others. I can sleep for 4 hours and then come up. I also can just see him while trancing as well.
So he shows you guys essentially two goblinoid figures that he sees in the distance who seem to be spying on you. They seem to be watching the preparations that you have made.
He only sees two?
You see only two. Scouts, most likely.
Hey, Silverado, stealth mission?
Oh, you just want me to take him out in the forest?
I'll come with you.
And I'll go.
My stealth's pretty kick-ass.
I'm down for a stealth mission. Why not?
What do you guys think? Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my distance from the thick of it though, because I'm still pretty well hurt.
Oh, that's okay.
I could pop off some shots from afar.
Okay.
So, whereabouts were they on the map?
They're off. If you look at your battle map, let's see here. I'd marked them, a quarter of the way out to the hills. You can probably get there in, 10, 15 minutes, something like that. What would it be, like a couple miles out? Can you see a couple miles out? It's a good distance off. Hard to spot in the distance a small grove of trees.
Okay.
Maybe we should let's try to stealth around them and come to the backside so they can't run away.
Totally. Totally agree.
cut
All right.
off their escape route.
Will you all please make stealth checks for me, please?
I will. I'm so stealthy, you guys.
9. Yeah. That's with a +5.
Look at that. 21.
Wait, we're in the forest, right?
Yes.
I have a racial feat, or that I can attempt to hide.
Kind of in the forest. What is your racial feat?
It just says that I can attempt to hide even when you are only lightly obscured by foliage, heavy rain, falling snow, mist, and other natural phenomena. I was just thinking I could.
Oh, that's cool. Maybe you have advantage on your stealth check for that.
I'm a wood elf. 8.
Bro, you're a loud wood elf.
He's
like,
literally
crunch,
going through the woods
crunch.
going, I'm a wood elf.
Is this why you didn't become a ranger?
I just thought a monk was cool. I have
No, I
plus
just-
5. I should be fine.
As you all are, you're out of range
I'm the
of these
stealthiest
two.
one. That never happens.
You are watching these two. They seem to be writing down notes of some sort on a scroll, intent on looking at the preparations that are being made off in the distance, whatever business is still happening at the farmstead. And they turn at this sound, and one calls out, "Oh, who there?" It is broken common. They draw their swords.
I whisper to the 2 other guys, hey, I got this. Don't you worry. I walk out with my hands in the air, and I was like, hey, I'm here to help.
They look at each other quite confused.
Let me explain. So I'm an elf, full-blooded elf. I hate these non-purebloods over here, and I got an invitation go join my brothers up in the mountains. So I was figured I'd help you eradicate them all before I would take my leave and go.
They look at each other, and please roll initiative, everybody.
I was hoping you guys would just jump out and just start hitting them.
Bam.
Nice attempt. There might
16.
be more to what happened than you understand, but nice try though. I commend that. So Xander has the highest, and then Silverado, then Vincent.
I had a 21 on my stealth, and I was kind of hanging a little bit behind the other guys. So do they?
Okay.
So
They have not noticed you two. They've just seen Silverado here.
Oh, okay.
Just so I can get an idea of what we're doing.
They're gonna start stabbing me in the forest, and I'll bleed out.
I really hope not.
I died to 2 goblins. That's the end of my story.
Wah, wah, wah.
They draw their swords and move to attack you, but we will start with Xander. These two seem to have become very hostile with Silverado almost immediately at whatever he had mentioned.
Approximately how close did we get to them before this happened?
I picture you guys like within, absolutely within bow and magic range, just kind of like hiding in this small grove of trees, trying to stay, out of sight and out of, earshot if you guys are making any noise. So yeah, feel free to act, and you could be within range, and at this point unnoticed, so you'll have advantage.
Advantage on an attack. That's a good idea. I usually have crossbow out when we're doing this kind of thing, so I'm gonna fire at his head. I'll pick the one furthest from Silverado and shoot him.
Please do.
Boom.
These goblins have made
I
poor
rolled
choices.
Roll damage,
rolled a
please.
21 for 7 hit points.
He drops to his knee and begins kind of like stumbling over this rock. Obviously, that's just flavor. He hasn't acted yet, but so.
And then I'll move in a little bit after before
Okay.
Actually, no. Wait. I'll just wait there because I'll just shoot again. Probably. Let them come to us if they're gonna.
Yeah.
Silverado, go ahead, please.
Good old stuff. I just take out my short sword and stab the one that was just shot.
Sure, you're right in front of him. Please do.
Does an 11 hit?
I'm sorry, no. These guys are wearing chainmail and they're carrying shields. They seem armed. And they have picked up their shields.
I'll smack him across the face. Does a 10? A 10 doesn't hit.
Oh, does not, unfortunately.
I'm whiffing
and
when I need not to.
Vincent, I believe that brings us to you.
Okay. I'm gonna pop an Eldritch Blast at the same one.
Okay.
They were attacking. I have advantage. You said correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Good job, guys.
Does a 19
Indeed.
hit?
Yes.
Okay. Better.
Yeah. He falls to the ground, blasted into this rock by your magical energy.
Wow. Oh, great.
Unconscious.
I get 5 temporary hit points for that.
Nice. Score.
Okay.
The other hobgoblin.
I'm sorry. Real quick. I'm going to also cast Hex on the other hobgoblin, and I will give him disadvantage on any dexterity checks.
What can I do with Dex?
The hobgoblin who had been making notes tucks the notes into his belt and just tries to sprint away from you all.
Do I get an attack of opportunity? Is he within my attack range?
Yes.
Okay. Short sword time. Doesn't hit.
Damn.
My goodness. Just kind of, he blocks with his
sucks.
shield, deflecting it, and that'll bring us to Xander.
Shoot this man, please.
Yeah, I'll move my my movement to get as close as I can, and take another shot.
Please do.
This is not with advantage. This is just regular, I think.
Very good.
16. 16 to hit. Sorry, I had that at advantage, so I'll turn that back. The first roll was 16 to hit, though.
The arrow bounces off of his back. It doesn't seem to hurt him.
Oh no! Get him.
Next, Silverado.
Man,
This guy is really heavily armored. So
apparently, I'm gonna do my thing again. I'm gonna move up. God, I can't. I'm gonna swing at him. Does that hit?
Yeah.
Is a 19 hits? Oh,
Yeah.
thank God. 7.
Nice. And since you're kind of running him down, you actually, with this, you're striking at him in such a way as to just clip his legs, because that is, the only thing that you're able to get on him. Even though he's in chainmail, he's really fast. That's pretty impressive. So yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You take him to the ground.
Yeah, I just do a run, and I just, instead of doing a tackle, I just punch the back of his knee as I fall down to the ground.
Oh, you just check him. That's brutal. Okay. Yeah, he's just kind of like on the ground, taken out of combat, just crying in agony. You guys can restrain or finish him at your will.
Finish him.
Finish him? All right.
Yeah.
I turn him around and I take his shield and I just smash his throat with the shield.
And he is slain. And the map that he had been drawing depicts your defenses. So it is very good that you caught him and slayed these 2 spies.
All right.
They don't seem to have much else on them. They were, traveling lightly, though well armored.
Can I take a moment to look around, like the area that they were in?
Yes.
I want to see if there is anything left behind, and also I want to see if there were any like tracks, like if there was maybe another one with them that had already left or something like that.
Can you make an investigation check, please?
I sure can. That's an 11.
We're not smart.
We are not.
So it appears to be just the 2 of them. This basket, small barrel between them, has another flying snake.
Okay.
And so that seems to be kind of a popular method of delivery for the, these guys, these hobgoblins.
Should we just take the bodies in the barrel back?
Yes,
I mean, we can strip them for their armor and then give it to some people that have them.
Yeah, I think we bring them back because if they find these bodies on their way in, they may know that something's up. We don't want to lose our element of surprise.
Hey, man. Totally agree.
Very good. You do so, and
I will happily volunteer to carry the basket.
there is a snake inside that seems quite complacent just to sit there in the darkness.
Let's just not ever use the snake and just keep it as a pet.
There's a few of these around the farm, I think, now.
It's like 3.
You all do return to the farm.
Okay.
Good call, guys. That was a pretty successful